What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, you're not just watching this video? You're creating your reality? Have you ever noticed how buying a new car suddenly makes you see that same model everywhere? Or how learning a new word causes you to hear it constantly? These aren't coincidences. They're glimpses into one of reality's most profound secrets: the observer effect. In quantum physics, particles exist in multiple states until observed. But what if this same principle extends beyond the quantum realm? What if your attention, what you choose to observe, is literally shaping the world you experience every single day? Today, we're exploring how the observer effect isn't just some abstract scientific concept. It's a fundamental force operating in your daily life. By the end of this video, you'll never see your attention the same way again. You'll understand how your focus is actually creating your experience moment by moment, and how you can use this knowledge to completely transform your reality. So let me ask you, what world are you choosing to observe into existence today? Before we dive into how the observer effect transforms our everyday experience, let's understand its scientific roots. In quantum physics, the double-slit experiment revealed something mind-bending. Particles behave differently when observed. When unobserved, electrons pass through two slits like waves, creating an interference pattern. But when observed, they behave like particles, creating two distinct bands. The act of observation itself changes physical reality. This led to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, which tells us that the more precisely we measure a particle's position, the less precisely we can know its momentum, and vice versa. There's an inherent limitation to what we can simultaneously know about reality. But here's where it gets fascinating. What if this isn't just happening at the quantum level? What if your consciousness, your attention, is constantly collapsing infinite possibilities into your specific reality? Modern neuroscience shows us something equally profound. Your brain processes about 11 million bits of information per second, but your conscious mind can only handle about 50 bits per second. That means you're filtering out 99.9995% of available information at all times. This filtering isn't random. Your reticular activating system, or RAS, acts as a gatekeeper, deciding what limited information enters your conscious awareness based on what you've programmed it to find important. It prioritizes what matters most to you based on your beliefs, emotions, and past experiences. Two people can walk through the same day and come away with completely different stories, because they paid attention to different things. This isn't just philosophical. It's neurological. What you pay attention to grows. It becomes more vivid, more present, more influential in your life. Think of it this way. Your brain isn't a passive receiver of reality. It's an active creator that's constructing your experience based on what you've trained it to observe. Now, let's examine how this plays out in your everyday life with some fascinating examples. Example 1. The new purchase phenomenon. Have you ever bought something and suddenly started seeing it everywhere? This is called the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, or frequency illusion. The cars were always there, but your eyes simply filtered them out as irrelevant. Until you bought one. Now your brain prioritizes this information, bringing it into your conscious experience. Example 2. The negativity bias. Research shows that humans have an innate negativity bias. Our brains are wired to spot dangers and problems. If you're programmed to look for negativity, your brain will dutifully find it everywhere, creating a reality filled with problems and threats. The person who trains their attention on positivity literally experiences a different neighborhood. Example 3. The placebo effect. The placebo effect is perhaps the most powerful demonstration of the observer effect in daily life. When people believe they're receiving effective treatment, their bodies often respond as if they actually are, producing real, measurable changes in brain chemistry and physical symptoms. Their observation, their belief, is literally changing their physical reality. These aren't just interesting quirks of psychology. They're showing us that what you observe, what you give attention to, becomes your reality. Not metaphorically, but literally. Understanding the power of attention reveals something concerning about our modern world. We're living in what economists call the attention economy, where the most precious commodity isn't oil or gold, but your attention. Companies spend billions figuring out how to capture and direct your focus. Every notification, headline, and advertisement is designed to hijack your observer effect, to make you collapse your infinite potential into a reality where you're constantly consuming. When your attention is captured by these forces, you're not just wasting time. You're literally creating a reality dominated by whatever they want you to observe. Your consciousness becomes the tool of someone else's agenda. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about recognizing the profound power of your attention and reclaiming it. Because whoever or whatever controls your attention is shaping your reality. Here's where things get personal. The observer effect doesn't just apply to external events. It also shapes your internal world. When you observe your own emotions without judgment, something powerful happens. You stop being swept away by them. You begin to choose how to respond. You make use of the power of now. Think of it like this. If your emotions are a stormy sea, then mindful observation is the lighthouse. It doesn't stop the storm, but it helps you navigate safely through it. By becoming the observer of your emotional landscape, you reclaim power over your reactions, and that changes everything, from relationships to decision-making to mental health. So, how do we reclaim our attention and consciously direct our observer effect? Here are 4 powerful practices. Practice 1. Attention auditing. Start by becoming aware of where your attention currently goes. Track it for a day without judgment. What are you obsessively checking? What triggers emotional responses? What do you habitually notice or ignore? This baseline awareness is essential. Practice 2. Intentional observation. Begin each day by setting an intention for what you'll observe. Perhaps it's acts of kindness, beauty in ordinary moments, or opportunities for growth. Your brain will dutifully find whatever you program it to see. Practice 3. Attention deconditioning. Many of our observation patterns were installed without our conscious choice, by media, family conditioning, or traumatic experiences. Meditation and mindfulness practices help us recognize when we're observing on autopilot and create the space to choose differently. Practice 4. Reality creation through focused attention. High achievers across history have understood that focused attention, combined with emotional engagement, sends powerful signals to your reticular activating system, RAS, about what to bring into your conscious experience. This isn't mystical, it's neurological. These practices aren't about positive thinking or wishful dreaming. They're about understanding the fundamental mechanism by which consciousness interacts with reality and taking responsible ownership of that power. The observer effect also has profound philosophical implications. Ancient wisdom traditions have understood this for millennia. Buddhist meditation practices focus on training attention. Hindu Vedanta speaks of Maya, the illusion created by identifying with limited perception. Christian contemplatives talk about purity of heart as singleness of focus. Philosophers from Plato to Berkeley have questioned whether reality exists independently of observation. The observer effect suggests they were onto something profound, that consciousness and reality are more deeply intertwined than our materialist culture acknowledges. This raises deep questions. If observation shapes reality, what happens when no one is observing? Is there an ultimate observer? Are we participating in a cosmic act of creation through where we place our attention? While science may not answer these questions fully, the practical implications remain. Your attention is not just perceiving reality, it's helping to create it. We've journeyed from quantum physics to neuroscience, from everyday experiences to ancient wisdom, and we've seen that the observer effect isn't just a quirk of subatomic particles. It's a fundamental principle operating in your life right now. Your attention is collapsing infinite possibility into your specific reality in every moment. It's filtering the overwhelming complexity of existence into your unique experience. And most importantly, it's something you can consciously direct. So, I invite you to consider, if you truly understood that your attention was creating your experience, how would you direct it differently? What reality would you choose to observe into existence? The universe isn't just something you're in. It's something you're creating through the miraculous power of your observation. Use that power wisely, and choose which reality you observe into existence. If you found this exploration valuable, please subscribe for more videos exploring consciousness, reality, and the nature of existence. Share your thoughts in the comments. How has the observer effect shown up in your life? And what reality will you choose to observe into existence tomorrow? Until next time, remember, attention isn't just about what you see. It's about what you create.